Hello again, my name is David and I live in Honolulu, Hawaii. Just wanted to make a shorter version of a video talking about my experience as a former meth user and why I wanted to make this video and why I think it's important. I think it's a good way to try to end stigma that exists by sharing my experience, and hopefully others can view that longer form video that I have detailing my experience. But for others that wanting to share, don't need to go into as much depth or detail, just as long as we're getting people to spread the word. That's really what we're looking for. So yeah, thank you. So I was an IV meth user, and I started smoking meth first when I was 24, and eventually in the lifestyle that I was living, I was injecting heroin, so I eventually decided to mix both, and I got really addicted to both, the combination of injecting meth and heroin. And it just really messed me up for a couple of years. I'm in recovery now, thankfully. I got sober, and I find that what helps the most is talking about it and sharing my experience with other addicts and anybody really, to try to end the stigma. I think that helps. So thank you for listening. So the greatest human impact in my life is that it totally ruined all of my relationships, with friends, loved ones. My family cut me off after a while. Thankfully, I've been able to rebuild those relationships in sobriety and being in recovery. So, but yeah, meth can be really damaging to your relationships. And not only that, it took a toll on my health, really bad. When you're up for days, you can get paranoid, start hearing things. I was hearing voices and just running around, almost lost my mind. Thankfully, I didn't lose it entirely, but that does happen. So that's definitely the biggest human impact, because that happens a lot, especially here in Hawaii. It's actually the number one. Out of all illicit drugs, it's number one in terms of death and most widely used. So it's a big problem in our community, and it's going to require a community effort to try and resolve. So yeah, thank you. My message to others that might be struggling is that there's hope. You just got to be willing to seek out help and ask for it, because there's people that want to help. I'm right now a substance abuse counselor at a treatment center on Oahu, and so it's what I do for a living, and I want to help people that have struggled similarly in the way that I have, and there's a lot of people like that. You just have to be willing to talk about it, and that starts with ending the stigma and sharing experiences. My name is David Hogan, and what we need to do most in order to end meth here in Hawaii is to spread awareness and educate the community, and to fight the stigma by sharing our stories and supporting one another. Aloha.